Hi everyone and welcome to Make It Happen TV. It's Facebook Live time. It's Wednesday, it's 6 p.m. here in Dubai. If you're in the UK, then it'll be 3 p.m. for you right now. If you're in South Africa, I think the time will be 4 p.m. for you down there. So hi everybody in South Africa. For those of you that are over in the Far East, in Malaysia and Thailand and Hong Kong, you're a few hours ahead of me. So hopefully this isn't too late into your evening. And for my friends over in the United States, well, guess what? It's early morning for you on the West Coast. And for you guys on the East Coast, it's late morning, so good morning to you all and I hope you're doing well. Today, the Facebook Live is all about something that I've learned about and mastered recently myself, and that is webinars. Now, lots of people in the world of sales generally, I find generally, don't use webinars to generate business leads, webinars to generate sales. There's lots of people outside of direct selling that use these types of tools, but a lot of direct sales people are still caught up in this old-fashioned approach of not using digital technology to do the work for you. On a football pitch, they'll say, don't chase the ball, let the ball do the work, okay? And typically, poor footballers are chasing after the ball rather than letting the ball do the work. Well, old-fashioned face-to-face salespeople are essentially doing exactly that. Let digital media do the work is what my advice would be. So I'm going to show you what I've learned, and the skills I've learned, how I've applied those skills and how they've had a result for me. And then by getting that result, then you can then go and try that yourself. Now remember, a lot of it may sound complicated, but trust me, if I can get it, anyone can get it, you know. I'm not tech savvy. I'm one of these kind of like, technophobes. That's it, I'm a technophobe. And being a technophobe basically means I don't really know much. I love the gadgets. When the gadgets come, oh, I love a gadget. Gosh, get me a gadget, okay? There is wardrobes in my house full of gadgets that I've got, what a great idea at the time, and never use. Are you the people that buy those subscription models of things out there? I'm that guy too, you know? I'm like, oh, that's a really great idea. I'll buy that, and I buy it, and I don't ever use it. A lot of us out there are kind of frightened of technology, but you don't need to be. Webinars are a great way to do business, genuinely a great way to do business. Then we can compare webinars to what I also do, which is seminars. If we compare those two things alone, you're going to see big differences just in that. Now, there's some negatives in there, but before I get started with my teaching, I'd like the thumbs up. I'd like the hearts if I can get those. Please, if you think I add value. Okay, and on top of that, what I'd like you to do is take the video that you're watching right now and just share it to your audience. If you do that, you get free training from me and my love for you for life, all right? So that video that you're watching of me right now as I'm live to you, if you can just click the share button that's there, then guess what? Other people can see this lesson, they can take advantage of this, they can gain some more knowledge and some more skills where they might not see it already. So if you're out there, please, please, please share. Okay, so a webinar and a seminar. Okay, what's the difference? Okay, well, essentially, seminar is where we are selling, okay, from stage. That means we have to have a venue. Okay, and that venue may be a hotel, ballroom, a conference center, or many other places for that matter. And that venue, we need to bring, okay, an audience into that venue. So we need to bring people into that venue. Now, what's the benefit of a seminar? Well, if people get out of their armchairs and they turn up at a hotel conference center to attend a seminar, then the chances are they're already interested in the product and service that you've got. They've made a lot of effort to get there. And because they've made an effort to get there, it's in their interest to try learning, and you've got a captive audience of people that are interested in your product and service. However, okay, there is a cost, and there's a cost for what? Well, venue, there's a cost for Facebook ads or any other type of ads that you've got, okay? And on top of that, you've got to have staff at the event yourself and hosting the event. It can't just be you if you're up on stage presenting and selling. You've got to make sure there's people in the background organizing the group of people that are there, making sure that if there are payments that need to be taken and things that need to be organized, they're there to handle that. You got that for me? Okay, good stuff. Hi, Karen. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Nice to see you. Michelle's in Illinois. For us over here, We know where everything is on the map around the world, so we all know where Illinois is. Chicago's up there. And with a bit of luck for my fellow friends out there, come say hello to Michelle. She's a great lady. Right, so we've got Michelle, Karen. Hey, who else is out there? Please come and join us. Come and say hi. I want you to come and say hi in here right now. I've got the screen in front of me. Come and say hi. I'm going to teach you all about webinars and how you can make money using them. What I'd like to know, Michelle, what is it you sell for a living? Okay, let's understand what Michelle's selling. Guys, there's people out there that are watching this. Come and say hello. I want to help you. If you come and say hello, I can add value to you. If you sit there in the sidelines, hiding out the back, then I won't have the opportunity to do that. And I really would like to help you today. Okay, Michelle, what do you sell? Tell me what you're selling, hon. Please give me an idea. And I'll show you how webinars can work for you, okay, in your business. Because a lot of the time I see people saying, it's not possible, it's not possible. What's the traditional way of making a sale? Well, we get data, don't we? That might be cold data, names, numbers, email address, and we prospect that data. Okay, generally, how do people do it? They'll do it by phone, by making cold calls. What other ways will they do it? Any other ideas? Other ways that they'll prospect. Okay, maybe they'll send out emails if they've got a database. Maybe they'll send out a mail shot of some sort to try and generate some interest from those people. Come and say hi, guys. Please come and say hi. That's Ian saying you look good. Who else we got over there? Yeah, come and say hi, guys. I really want you to come and say hello and enjoy this session today. So different ways. I mean, lots of salespeople I know still to this very day, as I bang on about all the time, they're busy making cold calls. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Now, what a lot of people don't realize is there's time, effort, and energy required in doing these types of things. And all of that time, effort, and energy required costs money. And that money that it costs, people think it doesn't cost because they aren't writing a check out. But the fact is, there's such a massive time constraint on doing these long-winded efforts that there are better, quicker, easier solutions. So Michelle is selling traveling art parties. Hi, Emma. Right, a traveling art party. Okay, you're going to have to help us here, Michelle. Tell me what a traveling art party is. Just type that in there because I want to show you how can you to take your business, okay, and generate sales through webinars. So do me a favor, just tell me, what is a traveling art party? Hi, Laura. How are you? I hope you're well. Nice to see you today, Laura, in the UK. I was there yesterday. It's lovely and warm in the UK, isn't it? So, yeah, Laura, what is it that you do for a living, my love? What do you sell? How can webinars work for you? Okay, love hearts. Thumbs up, shares, love hearts, thumbs up, shares. You can't forget that. You've got to remember that. Okay, so let's get it down. Michelle, just give me more of an idea, hun, so that I can understand exactly what it is that you are selling, okay, so that I can make sure that I can tailor this for you right this very second. And if I can do that, it will be great. So what happens usually, we get data and we have to prospect that data. And then we prospect that data in a very old-fashioned way. And then hopefully we'll generate some leads. And then those leads, we can take those leads and hopefully we can generate some sales. But those leads essentially need to be called, booked in for meetings, introductions, all that kind of stuff. Okay, and there's a chance you can make some sales, but there's a chance you get it wrong. Now, if you were seeing people individually selling one-to-one, okay, if I had a diary and my diary, let's take the Middle East. We start on a Sunday. So we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If we could do 5 meetings a day, that's 5, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6 or something like that. That means we've got 25 appointment slots in the diary that we can use a week if we work a 5-day week. Those 5 slots that we've got each day in the diary means we're really limited as to how many people we can actually see and have an impact with. Okay, Michelle, let us know what it is. Hun, please type in. Okay, Chris, how are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Please type in exactly what it is. I don't really know what traveling art parties are, so I really need your help. Okay, if you can tell me exactly what they are, and I can just make sure that I tailor this for you. So we've got 25 appointment slots in our diary, and do you know what? Our time is limited. Our time is limited. Even if we could do 6 appointments a day, then essentially 30. Even if we were working 7 days a week and seeing 6, okay, 7 6s are 42. That's the number of appointments that we could see per week. Considering prospects, suspects, okay, so two types. Okay, then we've got people that are buying, people that are existing clients, reviewing and servicing our existing clients. How do we have time to be effective to grow a massive massive client base, because that's the secret here. We don't want to be selling one to one. We want to be selling one to many, because this is the secret here. Right, so Michelle, we provide a social event where a group of people can get together to socialize and complete an art project. Step by step painting, quote art, string art, wine glass art, etc. Okay, a social event. So how do you get those people to that social event? Traditionally, in the olden days, if I wanted to do a seminar, I would take my data and I would email, okay, maybe an invite to the seminar. I might get some responses, I might get no response. And typically what happens is, if you email 1,000 people and invite them to a seminar, typically the number that will show up, if they're interested, okay, well, what will happen is 200 of them will respond with their interest. The day before the event, 100 of them confirm from 1,000, and typically you might get 50 people that have shown an interest, are genuinely interested, can confirm, and then turn up on the day. So these numbers are really, really, really weak, okay, in terms of how we can approach getting people to an event. So are these events that you've got, public and private events, fundraisers, team building skills? Okay, Michelle, yeah, I got a good idea of that. Okay, so what I want you to understand is that if we're going to sell one to many, then we need to organize some form of structure so that we can talk to many people at once. Now, a seminar we can, and in the olden days, guess what? That was the approach that was taken. And it was very, very, very frustrating, because those follow-ups here essentially meant getting on the phone and confirming people. Literally on the phone to everybody the night before, the day before, saying, are you coming, just confirming you're going to turn up. And it's a labor-intensive ball ache. So what can we do? And don't get me wrong here, okay, if you think right now that I can't get you, okay, a solution for your product or service by using webinars, then you're wrong, because I absolutely can, all right? So just bear that in mind. Right, so I'm rambling on a bit. I want to make sure I get it right. Karen, yeah, I'll answer your question in a second. Karen says, can you sell a service on webinars? Do webinars work best when you've got a product to sell? No, product or service absolutely works without a shadow of a doubt. So how do we go about doing it? Well, we've got to get people to attend an event. On a webinar, we've got to get people to show up, okay, not in person, but online. So we've got to get a way of communicating with people that we can show up. So what I have done is I've run Facebook, okay, and Insta, okay, ads. Those Facebook and Instagram ads, I've spent money on advertising. So I've not spent money on staff making lots of calls. Okay, I've not had to purchase data. I've gone to Facebook and Instagram and I said, right, here's my budget. So let's just take an example. Let's say my budget, and I'll do it in pounds, was £2,000. I give them my budget. I design an advert. That advert then goes out on social media and it hits out people, okay, that are of the demographic that I'm looking for. So maybe I'm looking for age groups, nationalities. Maybe I'm looking for types of industries. Again, relevant to your industry, you'll have to think about who they are. And then what you do, okay, is those people that respond, okay, you put them into a funnel, all right? That funnel they go into is, again, fully automated. So one of the funnels that I use and that you'll know about, hi James Gormley, how are you? Okay, is what's called Click Funnels. Click Funnels. Okay, and Click Funnels is run by a guy, or owned by a guy called Thomas Brunson. Sorry, I'm just getting my pen. Run by Thomas Brunson. And ClickFunnels is the funnel that I'll use. So I do the Facebook or the Instagram ad, spend the money on the budget. Some of you would say, I don't have that budget. Guess what? You've already got an audience. You've got Facebook friends already. You've got a Facebook group already, if you've got that, or a Facebook page. Okay, all those people are a part of your audience. And so those people all know people as well. So don't ever forget that. That's important too. But by creating the responses into a funnel, let's say I get 1,000 people that register, I then on that funnel can take them over a period on a webinar of 1 week maximum, where I can keep communicating with them, because they've now in the funnel sent me their information, their email address, their name, okay, their telephone number. I've got this information here on these people. So I can now follow that up by communicating again by email or by Facebook Messenger chat to those people. Now, let's say 700 people respond to my second email, and 500 people respond to my third email, and 400 people respond to my fourth email. And these are all fully automated. Okay, then from there, maybe I then said that this is the day before. I send a text message to all of those 400 people, and maybe 150 of them say, yeah, I'm going to be there without fail, I'm going to be there. Well, I've taken my initial responses to an ad. That's gone through email number 1, email number 2, maybe a video as well, because I do videos too. I might send these guys a video saying, oh, all these guys here, thanks for registering. Maybe you've seen it. I'm really glad you decided to register for the webinar or the seminar, which I've done videos for before. Hopefully, it's going to be lots of value for you. If you come down, it's going to be this. All these wonderful things are going to happen. Guess what? I'm really looking forward to seeing you. I've kept them interested. The next time, excellent stuff. I know you're on the next stage. Brilliant. Let me just send you something now. So I want to give them something here that makes it interesting. I'm going to give them something that's free. So I want to give them an ebook maybe. That'll be my solution. I'll give them an ebook, and then that ebook then keeps them interested. Give them something to read and keeps them warm as they go through the funnel. Now, on the day of the webinar, they get a reminder, and let's say on my webinar, and I'll use a piece of software called GoToWebinar. Okay, that piece of software I use called GoToWebinar is where I host my webinar from. And those 150 people now, okay, are tuning in at a certain time on a certain date to listen from the comfort of their home, their sofa, the comfort of their office, the comfort of their wherever they may be, sitting in the car for all I know, okay, where they can come in, and the subject of the webinar is going to be based around the industry that you're in. So, hi Ty Skipper, how are you? I hope you're doing well, mate. Rob Miller's on as well. Hi Rob, how are you? So Michelle, with you, okay, you're going to be in public and private events, fundraisers. Okay, let me just make sure I've got it all right here. Okay, social event where a group of people get together. Okay, so again, you invite them to the social event. Now, some of those people might not be sure that they want to come, and you might want to get more people to come, and maybe you've got to sell them a ticket to come to that event, and there's a cost attached to it. Well, can I run a webinar where I could talk to them about what's involved to generate more interest and sell them the ticket after demonstrating the value that I can add? Maybe you can do it that way. You haven't then got to worry about tickets coming in, because from the webinar, they literally will, based on what you teach them, will then go into purchasing something that you sell for them. So shall I give you an example of what I did? Yeah, okay, I'll give you an example of what I did. Let me know, okay, hi, how are you doing? Are you, mate? Yeah. Come and say hi for those of you that are sitting out. There's a bunch of you. Look, don't be shy. Come and say hi. Don't be shy. Come and say hi. Don't be shy. Really, come and say hi. I want to help you. I want to give you value. So many salespeople out there are still going about business the backward, upside down, inside out, long-winded, labor-intensive, most ridiculous way you could imagine. And all I want to do is try and give you these skills so that you can say either, Spence, point me in the right direction so I can get it done, or Spence, what can I do to make a better opportunity for myself? And this is exactly what it is. Go and research this online. You can do exactly the same. So there's a time and a date confirmed, and now you've got your webinar. So it'll be very nervous for you the first time you do it, because the first time you do a webinar, you're going to do a webinar with no audience. Essentially, people are going to be there online watching you, but you're going to be talking to the camera on your laptop, or maybe if you haven't got the camera on, you're going to be going through a deck of slides, okay? A deck of slides. So you need a deck, okay, of slides, okay? So PowerPoint presentation, that's a good example, where you take people on a journey. And on that journey you take them on, you talk to them about yourself, your own story, what happened to you, okay, and how you came to get to this place. And then you talk them through something that adds value to them. So you educate, and you spend a good 45 minutes educating people on the value, okay, of what you teach. So it doesn't matter, I teach people to sell, so I'm educating you right now. On my webinars, I spend 45 minutes teaching people key skills that they can learn, and those key skills then add massive value to them. And they then, once they've got those skills, have got two choices to make. On that webinar, okay, as they go through the slides with me, and I like to be on camera, so I like you to see me, okay? Will we teach a simple project to the webinar to get them engaged and interested? Yeah, absolutely, Michelle. You teach them a simple project, okay? The man that can turn your mind into what you need. He showed me the way. I'll tell you, Robert, thanks very much indeed. Okay, so yes, Michelle, you can do that. So by people following the slides and being educated, after they've been educated, then you earn the right, and you ask people permission, okay, to have an opportunity to try and sell them something. Now, bear in mind, okay, we've got 150 people on a webinar after doing Facebook ads and generating 1,000 leads through a ClickFunnels approach. All right, you have 150 people on the webinar. They're all sat there. You can't see any of them. All you can see in the chat box down the side is them responding. So you engage, you ask them if everyone's interested, you say yes. Are you learning something? Yes. Do you want me to teach you more? Say yes. And down the chat box, you'll see all of these responses. But then you've got this people here that are listening in. Now, So that number might drop off as you go through, and it might drop off because you're not very interesting and you're quite boring. So it's important that you make sure that you are interesting and energetic and engaged and enthusiastic and passionate about what you do. That number might drop off, but don't worry about it, okay? I'm the kind of person, if I sit and listen to a webinar, unless it's really, really good, okay, I'm someone that drops off. So I want to learn from somebody that's enthusiastic and passionate. And not only is that, has gone out there and taught it themselves, gone out and what do we say? What's the term we say? You can't, what's that term that we use? People that have gone out, they've lived it, they've stepped it, they've eaten it, they've done it themselves, they've experienced it themselves, rather than saying, this is what you need to do. I've never done it myself before, but this is what I've heard is successful. There's no buy-in to that. I want people that have gone out there. I always want to listen to people that literally have gone out and done it themselves, made the mistakes themselves, so that I can learn from them and don't have to make the mistakes myself. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? Michelle, genuinely, I can absolutely help you with this, no problem whatsoever. Abdul Rahman Ashraf says, this is from last time. My question last time is how to differentiate real buyers from fake buyers. All right, I'll come on to that a little bit later, mate, but I won't forget to do it. We're just doing webinars right now. So once you've created your deck and your slides, you've got to think about then, what is an irresistible offer for these people? What can you offer them that is such a no-brainer for them to buy that it makes absolute sense to do it? No ifs, no buts, no maybes. What can you think of with your product and your service? Now, remember, what is an irresistible offer? This might not be a case of you focusing on how much money you can make. It might be a case of you focusing on how much value you can give somebody. So something that you might sell for $5,000, sell it for $1,000. Make it that much cheaper in this one situation so that people can benefit from it, and it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute given that they'll absolutely want to buy it. So think about what your irresistible offer is, but also think about why you do what you do and the value that what your product is and or your service is can bring value to people. What difference does it make to people's lives? If it's just same old and a bit boring and a bit the same, then really what difference is it going to make? Maybe not. Like Michelle, with what you do, what is it, okay? What is it that you can do as an irresistible offer, okay? Absolutely, you've got to be a student before you can become the teacher. Believe that, Michelle. What is the irresistible offer that you can make that can add value to someone over and above the price or the investment that they've made? What is it worth to somebody to know? What's the value that they can get from having this? So on my webinar, I go through a deck of slides, and so I start off, okay, the first part of it is getting the rules down. So what are the rules for the webinar? Let's get it clear. This is what I expect from you. If you're if you're lazy, if you're one of these people that just sits and doesn't take action, if you're what I call a just enougher, okay, someone that really isn't amped up to go and do something, then you're probably not right for this webinar. If you're the kind of person that takes action though and wants to create better success for yourself, then guess what? This is for you. Then I go into my story. I tell people my story so people can identify with me. Some people, remember, some of these people may never have heard of you or me. And if they've never heard of me, then some of these will have never heard of me either. That have been tempted by an advert where they saw, come along, have some free sales training, listen to Spencer, he's this and he's that. So what's my story? And how can I create a story that people can identify with? Now, can they identify with the guy that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, the guy that got a PhD and a doctorate and is a professor of this and that? Someone that's had an easy life, people can't always identify with. So what struggles did I have? What struggles did you have? Think about the struggles you've had and how people can identify with those struggles. People love a story of someone that came from here and made it here, even though they didn't have a silver spoon or they didn't get their parents to pay for it. They just had to graft and they went through some hurt and pain. People love that uplifting story of that kind of mind over matter. I was in a corner, but I came out all guns a-blazing. I came out fighting. People like that type of feeling because people feel themselves very often. They feel themselves that that's what they experience. So once you've got your story, okay, then it's very clear to make sure you educate. So educate. Really important. Educate people. Teach people stuff that's gonna make a difference. Again, I teach small businesses how to make money. I teach SMEs how to make money. I teach salespeople how to be better salespeople. So teach people stuff that's going to be relevant. And if you can teach them stuff that's going to be relevant, then it's just going to draw those people in to be more interested in your product and your service. And if you draw them in with great value content, okay, great knowledge, and they can identify with you so they can see that you're a human being just like them, and you've been through that journey yourself, and you're teaching it because you know it, then after you educate, then what you can do, okay, is you can go into what I call sales mode. Now, sales mode essentially is where you ask permission to be able to sell them something. They know there's a sales pitch coming, they'll know. And some of this 150 people will drop off at the very time that you go into your sales mode, your pitching mode. Okay, your offer. What's your irresistible offer? So here we're going to talk about what our offer is, okay, here in our sales mode. Now, some people will drop off because guess what? They're the just enougher's. Those people that drop off are the people that actually, the ones you said earlier, you don't need to be on here if you're a just enougher. There's plenty of people out there that do nothing. They go and learn stuff, they don't apply it, they don't invest in it, and they wonder 6 months or 12 months later why they're not in a better position than they were before. Maybe you know some people like that. Just give me for those of you that do know people like that, let me know that, okay? I give away a free event ticket, 5-person party or a 10-person party. Okay, yeah, there's an offer for people that can have that, okay? So what is the offer? So what I do, okay, is I go up front with what the deal is. So I will tell them how much, if they go to my website, what the Make It Happen University costs. And so people will go and they'll see that it's 4495 as a value offer right now. And if you go to the website, if you go to the website, that's how much it costs. You get the Make It Happen University. There's 26 courses in selling. There's 450 videos. There's written PDF on everything, okay, and you name it, it goes on and on and on. I mean, it really is a fantastic opportunity. Now, people spend every day $4,495 because it's worth more to those people than the money that they've got in their hands. It's worth more than $4,495 to the people that buy it. So what I do on my webinar is I think about something that's going to be an irresistible offer. So my irresistible offer on my webinar is $997. There you go. You pay $997, not $4,495, $997. But not only that, you get access to the university, but you get X. You get this, you get that, you get this, okay, you get that, you get that, you get that. You get all of these other bonuses, okay, that you wouldn't normally get on top. And so people see the price is substantially reduced, they get lots of bonuses, and then what a lot of people actually like is me, and I know people like to spend time with me, one-to-one with me. So what I then offer is my final kicker is essentially a one-to-one with me, okay, face-to-face or on Skype, depending on where they are in the world, where we sit down and we have a strategy session together so that we can help plan out their business. So a 4495 offer becomes a 997 plus, all of these things on top. After all of these things, guess what? And the first 10 people or the first 20 people or whatever is the number that you're going to use, okay, that make a decision today, they get a one-to-one with Spencer, okay, with me. And that one-to-one they get with me, they can do some planning with. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? Craig, how you doing, mate? Oh, actually, you were asking about this yesterday. So I'm just going through Craig so you understand a little bit about webinars here, how you put them together and what's involved. Now, you could be selling a product, you could be selling a service, but you also could be generating leads. Okay, hot leads for your business. Now imagine if you needed hot leads for your business. People in the real estate industry use property portals to get leads, and those leads essentially are leads that everyone can get access to. Those leads generally are people that are out there in the marketplace looking. But let's imagine you wanted to generate leads here. I did a webinar where I taught people about financial services. You do a webinar, you teach them about financial services, you educate. You position yourself as the expert, and when you position yourself as the expert, guess what? Okay, people see you as the expert, you're more credible, you're more trustworthy, and at the end of the webinar you can say, who would like to sit down and have a one-to-one with me so I can help teach you more about how you can manage your money more effectively. And what you'll find is a load of people that are there, probably if there's 150 people on the webinar, at least 75, so 50% of those people would absolutely jump at the chance of having a no obligation meeting where they could learn more and you could see if you could add them some value. So you could generate lots and lots of leads, high quality leads from someone that thinks you're an expert and trusts you, okay, as a way of using webinars to work for you. Now, what are the alternatives? Well, Seminars exist as well. Okay, the real estate leads thing. Okay, I don't even get that. Hi Dane, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Lizzie Dixon, hi Lizzie, how are you? Running your first webinar next Wednesday. Okay, Lizzie, good luck. If you need any help, let me know. Can I have the love hearts, please? Can I have the thumbs? Can you do that for me? Everyone do that right now for me, please. If it's valuable to you and you think I'm adding value, give me a thumbs up, give me a love heart and let me know. So if you think this is valuable and you want me to continue training, okay, I'll continue, but I want to know, okay, with some thumbs up, please, that it's valuable to you. Also, what I want to see is every single one of you sharing this right now to your audience. If you could share it to your audience right now, other people are going to benefit from this knowledge. This really is important because so many people are still going about it the old-fashioned way. The amount of times I've seen people, I've gone to companies. Thanks guys, that's it. Thumbs up, smiles. I want all of that. Absolutely. Can you share, please? Okay, if you share, I'll be really absolutely over the moon. I'll do stuff for you if you do stuff for me. I'll give you this knowledge. I'll give it as often as you want. If you just in return help share my content so other people can benefit from it, can ask questions and they can learn. It's really, really important. So, if we think about this type of approach, can you apply this to your business? Now you might say, I haven't got a product yet. That's okay, I understand. Okay, some people say, I don't have an irresistible offer. Well, guess what? I created my sales training university. So I created my product. Once I created my product, I attached a price to it. Once I attached a price to it, then I worked out what kind of irresistible offer I was going to make for people that were buying from a webinar. You know, the people that buy from a seminar, I give an irresistible offer for the people at a seminar. Now, I know people that attend a seminar are different to webinar types. Okay, please share. Okay, I've got 2 pages of notes. Please continue. You better get sharing, Michelle. Okay, this is really important. A seminar, I like seminars because I like to go to them. You know, I like to go to a seminar where I can sit there and I can soak up the atmosphere. I can soak up the knowledge. I could network with other people and I could share ideas and agree and disagree. And I can just become more engaged and more involved. And that's for me. But I know loads of people that actually don't like going to seminars. They'd much rather sit on a webinar and it's easy for them. So whatever you do, it's got to cater for both parties. If you're going to do both, you've got to take into consideration those 2 types and you'll hit both of them. However, a seminar costs a lot more money because you've got so much more to put on. So a webinar probably is a really good place to start. And if you are frightened of public speaking, well, guess what? Join the university because it teaches you how to do that. Or get in contact with me and I'll help you. I'll coach you. I coach people as well. For those of you that don't know, I'm busy coaching individuals, high-performing people that really want to take it to the next level. And I coach those people one-to-one. I have time every month that I put aside for those people, one-to-one coaching. I also coach companies. So I've got loads of corporate clients and those corporate clients want me in their offices teaching their staff. They also want me coaching the people that run that business. And what's valuable about that is understanding that there are people like that. You know, they need to see me in their office. They need to see me with their people. They need to touch skin, as I say. But not everybody needs that. Some people can benefit from e-learning as a strategy. And if you can market something to people that like e-learning as a strategy, like to watch webinars, then guess what? You're going to fall on a whole audience that you've never seen before, or you may have never thought about before. And remember, for those of you that are still busy making cold calls to what you call warm leads from these, wherever it is lead generates for you, the simple fact is you're still making phone calls to people on phones, and on those phones, those people, oh, hold on. On those phones, those people don't want to take phone calls with. It's funny, isn't it? People don't want to take phone calls on here, but we're busy making phone calls still. And it just seems such a ridiculous, backward way of doing things. There's got to be better ways, and surely this can make a difference. Michelle Abdul-Rahman, Jay, how you doing, mate? I hope you had a good time. Jay is one of my favorite clients. He's over in Phoenix, Arizona. Jay genuinely is top guy. It'll be early in the morning for Jay because it's 6:30 here, without a doubt. Jay's just come back from a wedding, I think, over in another part of the States. Hope you had a good time at the wedding, mate. Tell everyone on here, Jay, okay, type in the comments box your experience of working with me, mate. I've worked with Jay now and his wife, Samira, at Deo Properties over in Phoenix, Arizona. I've worked with them now since, I think, August of last year. Jay, just tell them what the experience has been like for you. And if you can share this as well, mate, I'd appreciate it. Okay, let me answer another question. It's slightly off topic. I'll come back to this, but let me just answer this. Abdul-Rahman asked me a question last week, and I said to him, that I'd answer the question. So I'm just going to scroll back down, and I'm going to actually answer his question. Okie dokie. Hi Spence, this is my Abdurrahman from last time. My question last time is how to differentiate real buyers from fake ones. Is it a problem for me, but currently my business is dropping because of the lack of leads? What can I do about that? Okay, so identifying real and fake buyers, I call it qualifying people. It's important to qualify somebody. A lot of the time, salespeople are, and I do this a lot, I tell them the client's up there and the salesperson puts themselves there, and it's almost like they're looking up to please Mr. Prospect, please buy something from me. And this is wrong. The psychology needs to be, you need something and I'm going to find a solution for what you need. If I find a solution for what you need, we're both going to win because I solve your problem, I make a sale, so I make revenue, you've solved your problem solved, so essentially it will enhance your situation. Always treat people like that. Never treat people like they're more important than you are, because trust me, they're not. Nobody is more important than you that you do business with. They're all the same as you. They've got families. They have problems with their health. They have problems with their life. Some of them are fit. Some of them are unfit. Some drink too much. Some smoke too much. They're just people at the end of the day. So no one has a right to treat you like that. But often I find that the buyer, the customer, the client, actually doesn't put themselves there. It's the salesperson that drops below, and treats that person as if they're more important. Look, every client that you've got is valuable to you, but treat them with respect and expect respect to be treated back. I never allow anyone to waste my time. So I used to go financial services selling when I was years and years ago. I was in Brazil, and I sat in Brazil in a meeting one day. The meeting was at midday and the prospect didn't come. It's 12:15. I'm looking at my watch thinking, when's he coming? 12:20, 12:30. He walked in, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I've been sat here for the last 30 minutes. And for him, time wasn't relevant, but time was really relevant for me. So I don't allow, from that moment onwards, I learned a lesson. I was in my 20s. I'm not going to let people waste my time. I'm not going to let people treat my time as if it's not important. So people are going to know that when they deal with me, they're dealing with a professional person that needs to be respected, and laying some ground rules down in the beginning, even on the phone call back then, to make sure that you're not messed around is important. So to identify a fake from a real one, Abdurrahman, ask them good quality, high quality questions and use your experience in life and your experience in business to identify. If anyone you suspect is playing and messing around, or a window shopper or a tire kicker, we would say in the industry, the car sales industry back home, anyone that's like that, just pass to one side. Don't waste your time chasing people that don't want to be chased. Just move on and focus on the people that you can do business with, and that will save you a lot more time. And instead of your towel being between your legs and your head down, you walk around with pride, your chin will be up and you'll feel better about it. Hopefully that helps answer that question, Abdurrahman. By all means, I know you can ask me again, but if that hasn't, then please come back to me and I'll try and do some more. Okay, who else have we got on here that's asking questions? Oh, God, I've got a whole bunch of questions here. Okay, just tell me something right now. Spencer's been a huge help. Yeah, this is Jay. Spencer's been a huge help. My wife and I, before working with Spencer, we struggled to consistently close deals, drive revenue, stay focused on the most important things that help us grow. We've had massive success working with Spencer. Not only did he help our business grow, but he helped us grow as individuals. We'd advise anyone that's looking to scale to consider working there for sure. Get in! Great recommendation. Thanks for that, mate. Stephen, how are you? Nice to see you. Right. Give me some say just in the comments box. Hello, Michelle. How are you? In the comments box, just type in yes if you want me to teach you some more. For the next 20 minutes, you want to stay on here with me, and I'll give you some more information and some more knowledge. So just type yes in if you want me to. I don't mind if you don't. If you've done and you've got other things to do, I understand that. But if you want my knowledge and my experience for the next 20 minutes, just type yes in the comments box. And if I get enough yeses, then I'll crack on right now and I'll teach you some more. So just type yes in the comments box and I'll make sure that I give you some more information, because truly, I really mean this. If you're in network marketing and you're not using webinars, then you are off your rocker. You really are, because network marketing, this works for direct sales, real estate, car sales, IT sales, financial services, insurance broking. There isn't anything that I've found that you can't run a webinar for. If it's a webinar to generate leads or a webinar to generate sales, guess what? You can do it. Let me give you an example. I've got a friend of mine called Ange Lochran, and Ange Lochran, I've got some yeses coming in?
Many yeses.
Okay, you've got loads of yes. Okay, fine, guys. If you say yes, I'm going to keep teaching you. Okay, so I've got a friend of mine called Ange Lochran, and Ange Lochran is a global leader at a company called Forever Living. Now, again, before I knew Ange, I didn't even know this company existed, but they're apparently massive. Well, no, I know they're massive because I've been to their head office in Phoenix. So, Ange, the other day posted something on Instagram where she taught people, if they were hungry and they wanted a quick hack so that they didn't get hungry quickly, to take 2 of her products, mix them together, put some soya milk or whatever it was that you added to it, put it in one of those NutriBullets, blend it up, drink it, okay, and it would stave off your appetite, and it's a bit of a protein shake type thing that tasted like a Raspberry Ripple. Now, I've known Forever products, I've used them in the past, I haven't used them recently, but I saw that hack, I watched on Instagram what she was doing, and she taught you how to do it, and I'm like, oh wow, that's like me, because you put a packet of biscuits or cookies or a bar of chocolate in front of me, and I'm like, rah, I'm like the cookie monster. So it's important that I can have some ways of thinking about things where I can stop shoveling stuff in my face. I mean, I have to run like half a marathon every morning just to burn the calories off. So that bit of education that she gave me prompted me to spend £200 like that in seconds. Now, she wasn't even selling to me, but I went bang, and I purchased £200 worth of product that she was talking about on her hack on Instagram. This is the power of this kind of stuff. So network marketers, direct sales people, business owners, anyone that's trying to create revenue for their business, please don't watch this going, oh yeah, but it's all right for you. It doesn't apply to my business. My business is different. I just need to say this, and if I offend anyone, I'm really sorry. You're talking bollocks. You really are. Stop saying it doesn't apply to you. Stop saying it won't work with you. Stop saying my business is different. Get your head out of your arse and start realizing that the world has changed. You haven't. And you need to change to adapt to the new approaches and the new technology that exists to make your life, believe it or not, easier. So, my example here, I can spend an amount of money, whatever that amount of money is that I want to, on advertising. And if I spend $3,000 on advertising, as an example, my lead generation, okay, that's the wages of somebody for a month. So that's a month's wages for somebody. I can spend that on Facebook ads, okay. I have to make, in this example here, 3 sales to cover the cost of my marketing and my ad spend. Once I've made $1,000, guess what? Everything then is just what I call bunts. That's my profit. That then is my money to go in my pocket. So imagine if you run a webinar every week. I have to spend the ad spend, 907. Now this is the bit that's going to blow your mind. Watch this, guys, okay? Genuinely, watch this. I've got loads of people on. Arlene, how you doing? Naeem, Rupert, Craig, Michelle, Abdul Rahman. And Melanie. Hi Melanie, how are you? And welcome. Well, Melanie was on the webinar, so welcome Melanie. I'm going to be giving you a call fairly soon. A whole bunch of Seal. Okay, loads of you out there. Okay, this is the real kicker. So Melanie on here right now became a client on my webinar on Monday. So here's a great example. So Melanie purchased, I hope you don't mind Melanie, I'm saying this. Hope you don't mind. You don't mind. I hope you don't mind. It's too late now, I'm going to say anyway. Okay, so Melanie spent $997. She got all of these things that I'm talking about, okay, for $997. Let's say my spend was $3,000, okay, and Melanie, among the other people, all purchased. Now, I sold to many more people over the 3 that I needed to, okay. There was nearly 20 people or 17 or something like that purchased there and then. Now, listen to this, okay? This is brilliant, okay? Literally brilliant. So we have, out of, let's say, 1,000 people register. How many people have we got registered? 1,000. How many email addresses have we got? 1,000. We take them through the funnel. We get down to 150 people actually attending the webinar. That means 850 people did not attend the webinar. Bummer. But maybe the time wasn't convenient for them. Maybe 7 p.m. in Dubai and 4 p.m. in the UK just didn't work for them properly. And so they couldn't get on it live at that time, and so it was inconvenient. Well, of the 150 people that attended, we know they were there. We know their names, we know their information. The 850 people that didn't attend, we then emailed, we emailed and we contacted on Facebook Messenger, and we invited them to come and watch the webinar again. Now that webinar was on last night while I was on a plane from London to Dubai. So it was in the evening. I got on a plane I think at 9:30. I think it started at 9. It was automated. So essentially it was a replay of the first webinar. That replay went out. So we said to these people, oh, you missed out. The timing must have been wrong. We're really sorry that it wasn't the right time for you. We'd love you to come and watch the webinar again. So out of that 850 people, guess what? Out of that 850, there was 75 of them that came and watched it again last night. So they hadn't seen it, the timing wasn't right. And they logged on last night, and those 75 people, guess what? They had the opportunity to learn. And I then made sales, okay, of $997 per person to a percentage of those 75 people. I wasn't even there. It was automated. I was on a plane. So imagine running and structuring a webinar. Imagine polishing it and making it work, okay? In a structure, with a strategy, with a stack. Imagine doing that, and not only doing that and making sales when you go live, but then automating it for something called an evergreen, which means it can be replayed at different times, and the people that need to watch it at a time that's convenient for them then get the opportunity. Bear in mind, you're not spending money on ad spend again, because you remember, they've already been invited. Those people are already registered. You're just re-asking and re-inviting those people and saying, come along. Now, what do we know? Okay, so there's some areas. Okay, Cameron, how are you? It's night and day. Help me get there. Thanks very much indeed. Charlotte, how are you? Fatah, I love not joining Make It Happen Uni. I've worked with Spencer in Dubai 2006. And thank you, Robert, for your lovely things to say to me. Okay, this is what really blows my mind. This is what really blows my mind. If you could make sales without getting out of bed, how cool would that be? You make sales, you don't even have to get out of bed. And how cool is that? So you've got to get it right. You've got to get all of these stages right. Now, I had to learn from somebody. And there was somebody that taught me. And when he taught me, it opened my eyes up to this in a very big way. So there's a guy called John Penberthy. You'll see some videos with me and him together, sat just doing Facebook Lives together while he was teaching me over the course of the last couple of months how this all worked. And John Penberthy owns a company called Frontline Marketing. He runs a course in how you perfect a brilliant webinar. He literally gives you a stage-by-stage, step-by-step process of what to do. And he taught me. So go and find him, because if you want to learn how to execute on this, genuinely, this guy knows his shit, technical side of it, inside out, upside down. Genuinely is very, very talented. So what I'd like you to do, if he's of value to, is someone saying, I know him. Okay, hold on a minute. I've just lost my screen. No, it's here. Okay. I'm interested to know where your registrations came from and how many were paid versus organic marketing. Lizzie, I'll answer that question in a second. Okay, so look out for John Penberthy. He's 26 years old. He's just the sweetest, nicest human being on this planet. And he's the guy that designed everything with me and for me for the stuff that I do. On top of that, look out for Matt Wilson. Okay, Matt Wilson is a Facebook ad genius. Okay, he owns a company called Einstein, okay, Marketers. Go and look for Einstein Marketers on LinkedIn, on Facebook and whatnot. Look for Matt Wilson. Just go to my friends list. Matt Wilson, go to the Make It Happen page. They're both on there. Go and find them and DM them and send them a message. Okay, so another thing you need to remember though. Emails take longer to hit and receive. On average, people respond to an email, okay, within 4 days nowadays. On average. Now some obviously faster. Okay, then we've got WhatsApp. People respond much faster to WhatsApp than they do to emails. That speed, okay, people respond to a WhatsApp generally within an hour, okay? Now, some of you know people that respond immediately, but on average, people respond to a WhatsApp within an hour, okay? Facebook Messenger. How quickly do people open a Facebook Messenger message? Any idea on average? Let me tell you. Tell me, what do you think? No, sorry, I'm going to tell you. 9 seconds. So, if you're not using Facebook Messenger for your marketing, then you're mad. You're missing a trick here. You really are. I've seen people use WhatsApp better than emails, but Facebook marketing. Now, what I did is I created a video, the people that registered, that emailed people. I sent them a video saying, hey, thanks you so much. If you click on the button below, it will enable me to send you something really quickly on Facebook Messenger. Now, the moment they click on the button below, I then have got access to their Facebook Messenger so that I can then put them into my Facebook Messenger structure and then they can be communicated with very quickly. Think about how powerful that is. Really would work. Michelle Cash says, what is WhatsApp? Michelle, it's not something you guys use in America, but the rest of the world literally use WhatsApp. It's a messenger service. and it's literally the most popular messenger service in the world apart from in the United States. So look out for WhatsApp. Okay, download it on your phone. We all use it. Okay, it's like any messenger service, but it's very, very popular all over the world. No, I know loads of people.
No way.
Loads of people. Loads and loads of people don't use WhatsApp. Well, Michelle's a great example. Michelle's in Illinois and she doesn't use it. So hopefully that's answered it. Lizzie said, I'm interested to know where your registrations came from and how many were paid versus organic marketing. Well, organic marketing, Lizzie, comes from your database. So my database is approximately 12,000 people strong, and it's growing all of the time. So of course we market to the database. We market to the database and we run Facebook and Insta ads at the same time. So these are the two things that you can do. So if it's valuable to you, okay, as you know, if you use Facebook ads, then you can build up, for free seminars and free webinars, you can build up a big email list relatively quickly, okay? The database of 12,000 that I've got obviously helps me, but do you know what? I had to start somewhere. I had to start with a database that big. So just like many people, I had to start with nothing, which meant I spent a bit more money on my ad spend than I would have done. But if you've got something you want to sell, a product, a service, there's something that you can add value to other people's lives. Why would you sell one-to-one when you could sell one-to-many? Hopefully today's session has been valuable for you. Guess what? If you want to come and join the Make It Happen University and you're really interested in it and you DM me in the next 15 minutes once I get off here, I'll give you the 997 offer just the same as everybody else. If you DM me, okay, I'll give you the 997 offer that I did the other day on the webinar that literally was just for the webinar. If you want to get it, think about the value I could bring to you, okay? What is it? What is the value? What am I worth to you? I was with Lewis Alsop today from the Close show that we do. Maybe some of you have seen, real estate broker. And we were filming today and I said, what has what I've taught you been worth to you? And this is Lewis, who's a very successful guy running a really big and successful real estate brokerage. So what I've taught you, what difference has it made? What has it been worth? He said, Spencer, it's in the millions. The difference you've made is in the millions. That's what it's worth to me. That's him, a very successful guy running a successful business. Millions, not thousands, millions. Tell me something. Am I going to be worth more than $997 to you, do you think? I could pretty much bet my life on it that I would be. So if you want that, DM me, I'll get you the link. You can have it right now, okay, for the next 15 minutes, okay? 997, I'll get Lizzie on to you, get your credit card in and you can do that. I'm not here to tell you anything, but I want to make sure if the offer's on the table, you can take advantage of it. If learning today from me has been valuable for you, then I thank you, and I thank you for your feedback. Please share, okay? And hopefully in the future, every Wednesday, you can come and join me. If you want me to do this later on in the evening, just let me know, guys, because I'm thinking about whether I should do it a couple of hours later and it might be more valuable for people then. Just let me know. But in the meantime, follow me on Instagram, please. Make It Happen SL. I'd really appreciate you coming and following me there. Spencer.lodge on Instagram as well. Please, please, please come and follow me there. If you know people that could benefit from my knowledge, please share my content with others. I would really appreciate it, and it will just make me more and more enthusiastic to help you and give you answers to your questions. Whatever you do today, do what I've asked you to do. Please, please, please. You're worth it, you know. Get out and make it happen. And we'll see you soon. Take care, folks.